What is going on, everyone? Welcome to week 10 of Redeem the Trash. So this week I am playing the Nevada Numals. They have a pretty sick team, to be honest with you. I'm actually pretty worried about this matchup. They have a lot of things that could go really wrong for us. So they have Auroras plus Arctofish. Slush Rush is very good. Auroras obviously has Refrigerate and Snow Warning as abilities, so like both of them are very usable on their own. The big one is obviously having access to Snow Warning and Aurora Veil, so like this thing can do a lot to prevent us from doing anything, basically. Arctofish is also able to get to a pretty decent speed tier, getting to 117 before Slush Rush, so like you'll see that number a lot when we switch over to my team to talk about what we're doing. They also have Glaceon here, which has Snow Cloak, so you can do like Bright Powder plus Snow Cloak things and just like never get hit potentially. Phalanx here for like Defiant use, not really that big for us, but like is another really good Pokemon. Monotype the Monotype team that I had forever ago, the all-star of that was Morpeko, and the one match I brought it, so definitely love me a good Morpeko. You have Cradily here, which can also combo with Arctofish because you have access to like Surf, so you can give yourself Storm Drain boost that way while also hurting your opponent. You also have that access to Water Compaction thanks to Palossand as well, so like they have a lot going on and all of it is really scary. They have Behem, Rufflet, which can just do, if I know anything about like the DPEC league that they have going on, Rufflet's really good in those formats. Shinx to round out like with an Intimidator. They also have Hatchrim, which thanks to Eviolite can actually be pretty dang bulky. So honestly, their team looks really good on paper. I'm really excited for this matchup and kind of scared, to be honest with y'all. But of course, there's two sides to every matchup, and this is what we're bringing this week. So I learned today that there's an item called Snowball, which gives you a +1 if hit by an ice attack. Conveniently, this works really well on Skarmory because we have weak armor. We want to get hit by a physical attack to raise our speed by 2, which conveniently would let us outspeed Arctofish. And Delibird conveniently has Ice Shard so that we can proc our Snowball with priority. So, we have weakness policy banned, but like we're still going to be able to do things, and this is really cool. I didn't know this existed till today. So Skarmory is like our main Dynamax target this game, being able to do a ton of damage against a ton of their things, seeing how they have Auroras, Arctofish, Cradily, Glaceon, all of which we threaten pretty well. On top of that, of course we have Magmortar because they have a bunch of ice types. They have a bunch of rock types as well, adding in rock types for Cradily. So like Magmortar seems like a no-brainer here this week as well. Nothing really special on its EVs, just a bunch of speed, bunch of its special attack. We have Trick Morgrim this week, gonna try to potentially just get our opponent. We also have Sucker Punch for Skarmory as well, if that ever comes up. I know we've done this kind of thing before with weak armor Skarmory and never got to do it, but I'm interested to see if we can make it work this week. And then, so like Morgrim's really important to be able to deal with like Palossand. If it does get set up, we can just trick and then punch it, and then it'll go away, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. We also have Eviolite right on this week, just going to be pretty offensive here as well. Lightning Rod seems really important, seeing how they have Shinx. So being able to prevent, and Morpeko is the big one, to be honest with you. Being able to take a hit away from Skarmory and Delibird is really important. This Delibird set is really sick. We have Destiny Bond Focus Sash, and like we actually are at a pretty decent speed tier, so where we can abuse it as well. So like Ice Shard is going to be our main damage source on this, and then Helping Hand and Destiny Bond are like utility attacks. And then to round the team off, we need something that can potentially deal with Palossand, so we have Shadow Ball support Musharna this week. Just a bunch of bulk overall, and I'm really excited for this matchup, guys. So that's the team breakdown. Let's get to game number 1 here. Okay, so a lot of what I really wanted to see this week, a lot of what we prepped for. So of course there is more Pico. There's the Snow Duo, the Cradily here. So this tells me Cradilly, Palisand, and Arctofish tells me that this has access to Surf, so I need to be really wary of that with Rhydon and Magmortar. Morpeko obviously is pretty threatening as well, but I think we're just going to try to do our thing with Skarmory, Delibird up front. I think I want access to Morgrim at some point, and I think I want Musharna just to round it out here for game 1. I'm debating if I want Magmortar. Magmortar does hit a bunch of their things for decent damage. We have Thunderbolt for the Arctofish. We have Fire Blast for Aurorus. Scorching Sands for the Cradilly. I'm not really worried about Phalanx in this matchup. I don't see them bringing that particularly. I kind of want to bring Rhydon just to deal with more Pico. I think this first game I'm going to bring Mag and just try to be really, really offensive. Let's see what opponents bring into the table today. It's going to be more Pico plus Palossand. Immediate regret. They do outspeed me, and that is important to note. I think my play, I kind of want to switch to Morgrim here. No, I kind of think I just need a Steel Spike, but I don't really care for either of these targets. I guess Steel Spiking the Palossand isn't the worst. I'm just going to go for Helping Hand because I have a feeling this is going to go for a Fake Out in my Delibird. Yep, there's the Dynamax. There is the Fake Out. That does a lot. Breaks my Sash. We do okay damage. We give that defense boost. Delibird down. Not really surprised by anything going on here. Here comes my Morgrim. So now I'm going to go for the Steel Spike into the Palossand. And I'm going to go for the Trick into it. I'm just going to try to get it off the table immediately. We didn't see an item on the Palossand, which is important to note. They also don't know I'm weak armor yet, because they targeted on the Delibird. Had they gone for Fake Out into my Skarmory, we would have been, like, okay. We would have been fast. They are Absorb Bulb. That's going to break my weak armor. So now I should be faster than Morpeko, I would think. Bye, Palossand. Get out of here. It's going to give me Absorb Bulb. Really cool. Let's see. Speed. It went Morpeko, Skarmory, Morgrim. Okay. So I could Max Guard this turn, or I could Sucker Punch my Skarmory. And yeah, I actually really like that play. I'm going to Sucker Punch my Skarmory, break the weak armor one more time. Oh, not quite a KO. Aura Wheel is going to do a little bit more, but now we're maxed out on speed. So now I can click Rock Slide, and I could Sucker Punch the Palossand, but I bet they switch here. I think I'm just going to click D-Gleam. I'm +2 on my Morgrim. I should be able to take an Aura Wheel. It's also Dark type this turn. Yeah, there's the Protect. It's decent damage. And it's enough to take out my Skarm. Okay. So here comes Mag. Palossand is going to go down this next turn to Hail. So I don't need to target it down aggressively. We know they have Aurorus here, which we luckily have a bunch of attacks we can hit into it. I kind of want to just protect. Nah, I want to Fire Blast this Aurorus. Kind of want to trick the Aurorus to see what item they're holding. See if I can get something useful onto my Morgrim. What do you got, opponent? Power Herb. So they have Meteor Beam here. Got him! Oh no! No, no, no! Come back! They do have the Arctivish. Okay, so this game is over. But we got a lot of really good information from this game. Yep, there's Blizzard, there's Meteor Beam. Okay, so we gained a lot of really good information. One of which is I need Rhydon if they're gonna bring more Pico. I want to kind of lead Skarm plus Delibird again, but have Rhydon in the back, followed by Mag. Actually, I could do Mag plus... Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to do Skarm up front. I want Morgrim. I want Magmar. And I want Rhydon. I think this is the 4 I want. I think there is an argument to bring Musharna, but I don't really care for that. Nah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The fact that I do have Protect on Morgrim. Okay, good. I'm just trying to think. I think I could just leave the Flyers at home. I think Skarmory is really important, though. I like this. I like this actually a lot. So we know they could fake out my Morgrim. So I think the play is I'm going to... I think they could like fake out plus attack into my Morgrim just to force it out. So I think I'm going to swap to Musharna here. And I'm going to max and go for a Quake into the Morpeko. This is going to give me information about their item, which is probably Sash. Poison Jab. Parting Shot. Hold on now. These are things I was not prepared for. It is the Arctivish. Okay. Let's see. I can yawn the Arctovish. We know this is a special attacker. I'm at +1 special defense. Can I take a Max Geyser? I don't think so. Maybe. I'm going to try. Okay, no swap. I'm going to set up Sun. A Hailstorm into Musharna, but I'm going to yawn them, and now I can double protect. I could go for another Quake into the Phalanx to pick up the KO there. But I think that's just a little greedy, so I'm going to just max guard. Okay, good swap. Get rid of their Dynamax here. Here comes the Aurorus. Why did my... Oh, it's because it was the last move of the turn. Okay. Interesting. So I can... See, how do I want to play this? Skarm is really important. I want to preserve Skarm as long as possible. I need to deal with this Morpeko before then. I'm going to protect Musharna and go for... I outspeed Aurorus. Could Fire Blast it. That didn't KO last game. Could just Scorching Sands into the Morpeko. I think I'm willing to give up Magmortar this turn. I think I'm going to yawn. No. I'm going to Helping Hand and Fire Blast the Aurorus. Okay. We missed. Rip. Rip a Rooney. I'm going to click D-Gleam, and I'm going to click... Oh, more Pico. Why do you got to do me dirty? I'm going to protect. Okay, Aurora's protects. Aura Wheel into Scarm. It's really good damage. So now I can D-Gleam and Iron Head into the Auroras. Man, that Fire Blast miss is huge. Parting Shot into Scarm. Gonna go into Phalanx. That's gonna get KO'd. Freeze Ride does a chunk. I revealed my Snowball, which is pretty funny. I'm gonna Sucker Punch to more Pico and protect this turn. I do outspeed Arctovish. We know that much. So if I make it through this turn, I think I win. Man, this game's really close, and I don't think it would have been had I hit that. That's a good fake out. Now I'll Sucker Punch here, and we will Iron Head the Arctofish. It's not GG, but it's going to do a chunk. Not enough. We get the flinch? That game was insane. I think now is when I need to bring Rhydon because they haven't seen it yet. The question is over what? I think I lead. Oh. I don't think I want Rhydon. I don't think I want Morgrim. Man, this is really tough. This game is really, really hard. Scarm looks so good into this team. Scarm looks so good, and I just need to hit like what I need to do. I think Scarm plus What if I do Scarm plus Magmortar? What does that do? Could do Scarm Musharna. It doesn't really do much for me. Maybe. I think I want Rhydon, and I think I want Magmortar. Do I want Scarm as my Dynamax, or would I rather have Magmortar? That's the question here. I could do Mag plus Musharna up front with Scarm with Rhydon in the back. I think I like that a little more. Delibird just doesn't do anything here. It just comes in and dies, basically. And I don't think I want to try to trick them. Yeah, this is a good lead from them. So I could just Max Guard and Yawn the Arctovish. It gives them a really free turn to... Yeah, I think... I'll have to target down the Auroras the following turn, but I think that's fine. Gonna go into Cradilly. Okay. Yep, there's a Surf. Saw this coming a mile away. They're not Storm Drain! That's actually huge. So they're going to swap out Arctovish. I'm going to Flare the Cradilly now. And I'm going to Yawn the Arctovish slot. Gonna max the Arctovision front. Oh. Well, we know they're not Meteor Beam. They're gonna recover. Okay. Well, now they're asleep. So now Max Flare plus Helping Hand should be enough to KO the Cradily. If they swap to Auroras, they get KO'd. Okay. Okay. There's the Morpeko. Could just protect Mag this turn and yawn the Morpeko. Okay. So the question is now what is their target? What do they want to do? I could swap to... I'm going to Scorching Sands their Morpeko and protect. Okay, that's a good swap. Freeze Dry? No, just Surf. Okay. Musharna is fine. Here comes Skarm. Let's see. I'm going to click Rock Slide. And I'm going to... their max speed on Auroras. I'm going to yawn the Arctovish again. Skarm takes that pretty good in all actuality. So now I protect. I can double protect this turn. I can also protect and yawn the Aurora slot. Does that do anything? Would I rather... yeah, I think yawning here is good. Yeah, they're going to stay in. Don't freeze. Yeah, good protect. Good protect. So now I'm free to Rock Slide and... oh, man, I wish I had Follow Me. I actually think it's correct to swap to Rhydon and... I'm going to protect this turn. Okay, they stay asleep. So now I want to... I am Telepathy. I'm going to Earthquake and Helping Hand. I need Arctovish to stay asleep this turn, and I think I can win this pretty easily. Morpeko's the biggest threat to Auroras. They do wake up. They get the... oh, they don't protect. They have Seed Bomb, but Rhydon holds on? Oh, baby. Well, I'm not stalling out this. We've seen Freeze Dry on Auroras. I don't think we've seen... I'm just going to double protect this turn. Get a little health back on Musharna. Yeah, there's the Blizzard. There's the Dark Pulse. Interesting. Now Skarm comes in. Rock Slide. And Shadow Ball the Arctovish. I'm pretty sure I lose this game. I think it's really close, but I think I lose this end game. I just don't think I did enough on my Dynamax. Yep, GG's. Holy cow. Insanely close games. Those are insanely good games. Like this is one of the scariest matchups I've seen so far in this league. Like they just had so much that works against everything I had going on. I don't think Morgrim mattered this last game. I don't think I used my Dynamax appropriately. Even the fact that they weren't Storm Drain and I just wasn't able to capitalize on it, I think was the worst part. Like they also pivoted appropriately at all times to make sure Auroras was able to do their thing. I could have yawned the turn that Auroras swapped out, because then Morpeko comes in, it switches, but like I just not sure. That's a really close game. All things considered, really good games overall. Cannot give my opponent enough props for those games. So that's gonna be it for this week, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Peace.